Okay. My curiosity, Ian, is what made you decide to get into this industry?
So it's quite kind of like a funny story na 'di ba, minsan by accident tapos parang na-in love ka by
Yeah.
accident
Oh,
tapos doon
yeah.
mo nakita. So parang medyo ganun yung story namin. Kasi it happened before na dahil sa napakalawak na misconception na yung transparent na backboard, ang akala ng mga tao lahat is fiberglass.
Oh,
So in the early 1990s, fiberglass basketball. Tapos kami, syempre, we want to parang provide yung tamang information. Sinasabi namin, wala pong fiberglass na ano, kasi opaque po yun.
mm,
Yung transparent po is either yung thermoplastic or tempered glass. Eh kaka ganun ho, architect, parang, sige, fiberglass. Tapos na-realize namin na, wait, since sa dami na nagtatanong, how about we do it na lang? Kasi yung company, Philippine
yeah.
Fibertech, ang specialization niya is fiberglass
Yes.
products. Tapos, it just so happen na yung misconception na yun, dahil sa dami, parang nag-align yung kaya naman ni Fibertech gumawa.
Yeah.
Tapos doon pinanganak yung Fiber Kinetics. Pero it didn't it wasn't branded as Fiber Kinetics not until 2011. So yun yung
Oh,
origin story dahil sa out of misconception. Pero I think medyo ang maganda sa story na to is parang we're trying to go full circle na this time iko-correct natin yung mga misconceptions. Not
yeah.
just with the fiberglass but with yung mga misconceptions that we have dito sa industry ng sports infrastructure.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
what kind of misconceptions?
Ayun. O sige, architect, meron akong hot take.
Okay,
Now,
sige.
uh, so, pag titingnan natin, architect, yung sports, yung community court could be seen as it might be one of the most important pieces of public architecture in the Philippines.
Oo nga naman. Yes, you're right.
Oh, wow.
I agree. Oh,
Thank you for architect for
ah,
supporting me
ah,
there. Kasi pag titingnan natin, yung dito sa atin, 'di ba? Sa ibang bansa, merong town square,
mm,
merong recreational facility,
mm,
merong park.
mm.
Sa atin, yung barangay court,
Yeah.
3-in-1.
Oo.
So, kumbaga, mas sulit.
Mhm.
Pero ang nangyayari kasi doon is nagkakaroon ng parang medyo misalignment. Imagine mo, sobrang sulit na to do it right,
Yeah.
pero we've seen the typical barangay court, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Medyo parang ang nangyari lang sa kanya, list item lang siya, kung ano yung pinakamura, yun na yun.
Oo.
Eh, kung tutuusin sa ganun ka-critical na function niya, dapat it should be mas stricto pa nga yung pagkakagawa. So, yun ho yung hope po namin na parang to shed light yung dun sa yung kailangan nating ma-raise yung awareness para mas inform yung decision making ng mga leaders natin and yung mga business owners to choosing the right solution for their project.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that kasi back then we have our mga plazas where the community congregates, di ba? Eh ngayon, almost everyone is at home and the parks are disappearing. So, it's nice to know, tama ka nga, na merong mga certain areas na hindi natin binibigyan ng much attention but actually it plays a vital role in a community. Like yun nga, yung mga basketball courts and places for communal activity, no?
Yeah, kasi it's so easy to look at it kasi it's so common na
Mm-mm.
parang, 'di ba, dahil nakita nung lahat, basketball, barangay court, tapos parang na-imagine natin yung typical barangay court. But actually, I feel na it's really time na kailangan nating tingnan look at it at a closer view. Kasi yung mga approach natin siguro dati, it may have worked before, pero ngayon kasi ang bilis ng usad ng technology and advancements. So for instance, yung sa FIBA, yung basketball started with Dr. Naismith, di ba? 10 pages lang yung rules nun.
Mhm.
Ngayon, nasa hundreds na yung
Yeah.
rules.
Oo.
Tapos napaka-sophisticated na. They're very thorough. And syempre, ang sport is governed by standards. Dapat ganun din yung environment kung saan yung mga tao. Kahit regardless na kung halimbawa na international level na venue siya or even down to the barangay court kasi they're still playing the same sport.
Right.
And yung kasi may misconception, architect, pag sinabing barangay, parang yung pinaka
Oo, pwede na.
pwede na.
Oo.
Pero actually, yung pwede na is hindi eh. Kasi if we look at it, tingnan natin yung sa ano. Yung mga items, yung mga systems that make up a real or a correct basketball court according to the right standards.
Right.
So very specific siya. Pag shinortcut po yun, hindi na siya yung totoong basketball court. So ang nangyayari doon, yung the very reason why you're building that, pag shinortcut, parang everyone loses.
Yeah.
Yung from the people who spend their money, kasi hindi nila nakukuha yung binayad nila, and even yung mga tao din na gumagamit, and then ultimately yung community.
So that's where fiber kinetic comes in
yeah,
actually.
yeah.
So if you were given the chance, how would you make it differently, or how do we actually improve tong mga barangay courts
Okay.
natin?
So, yung sa amin po kasi architect, medyo segue lang po ako sa storya namin.
Okay.
So, yung in the beginning kasi, syempre, by accident siya.
Right.
So, by accident, so medyo hindi, kumbaga, hindi ka intentional eh, by accident nga. So, there were a few years na parang ako mismo, kasi dati ako yung nagsisales, tapos dun sa ano. Tapos yung mga kinakausap ko, sabi niya, ba't ang mahal? Tapos sabi ko sa sarili ko, oo nga, ba't nga ang mahal? Tapos hindi ko alam, yung nagsisimula pa lang ako. Tapos, until na-realize ko, actually namin as a team, yung effect nung project namin. Kasi one thing was, yung sure na alam namin yung direction namin. Kailangan namin gumawa ng quality kasi ang hinahabol nating standard is international eh.
Right.
Yung parang, alam mo yun, yung pagkatapos mo gawin, gusto mo, nandun yung nakalagay yung pangalan mo. Parang ganun siya.
Right.
So, yung approach na yun, parang yung sa amin, doon namin na-realize na, wow, ganito pala yung effect ng yung mga bata, sobrang excited, yung community, parang proud na proud sila. I remember one project, makikita mo, pag tinignan mo sa barangay, makikita mo kung sino yung taga doon, tsaka sino yung hindi. Kasi yung mga hindi, yun yung mga, wow, ang ganda ng court nila. Tapos yung taga doon, parang, court namin to. O parang gano'n. So, yung na-realize namin ganun, parang, okay, this is why we do this.
Right.
And ever since then, yun na yung naging parang Northern Star namin na parang we have to do it right. So, from yung selection namin ng mga partner brands, yun, we're very thorough kung sino yung pina-partner up namin. Tapos, hindi lang kami nag-accept ng, kasi may mga nagme-message or nagko-contact din sa amin na gusto mag-collaborate. Pero if it doesn't match yung gusto namin, which is to add value to the Philippines, kung halimbawa, sobrang mura lang. Actually, sa negosyo, 'di ba, mas madaling ibenta yung mura eh. Pero yung sa amin kasi gusto namin, we really want to do it right.
Yeah,
So, yun yung way namin. And dahil sa ganong, I think, ang matatawag ko doon, architects alaga eh. I think yun talaga yung, kasi pag innate na sa'yo yun, yung alaga, everything comes with it. So, halimbawa, yung pagiging mo sa standards, yung paghanap mo ng mga tamang systems. And kung may client, hindi lang po yung para, yung pinaka malaking pwede kong kitain dito. Yung sa amin po, syempre importante na kumita, pero ang hanapin natin, ano talaga yung nagsiserve dun sa client na yun. So, solution talaga yung we provide.
So, malaking bagay pala sa the way you explained it. I understand kasi you're uplifting the whole yung standards natin sa sports sa Pilipinas which is really good kasi you could see sa ibang countries they've already put it as a certain prime. But then yung challenge is also educating, no?
Yeah.
How do you actually address that? How do you make the people understand na mayroong premium sa quality and there's a premium to that extra expense to this mga projects.
Yeah. So, yun, architect, I have to say, it's not easy at all. Kasi we're trying to kind of like change a culture here eh. Kasi lalo na, ang nangyari kasi, yung sa personal observation namin, yung the market, parang nag-evolve siya sa pamurahan because not a lot of people understand what they're buying. I think majority hindi po talaga naiintindihan kung ano yung system na binibili nila. And dahil dun sa parang hindi malinaw sa kanila, dun na lang sila sa pinakamalinaw sa kanila, which is yung price. So, which is actually, delikado. Kasi, pag dun lang nagkabasihan, hindi na apples to apples eh. Kasi, specialized, systems and solutions, hindi po to siya commodity na parang bumaba yung price dahil sa economics of scale, di ba? Etong mga specialized systems na to, nag-evolve siya dahil sa specific need. And syempre, since hindi siya ganun ka-common, hindi pa niya na-achieve talaga yung economics of scale, kaya hindi ganun kababa yung mga price nito. Na
Right. Oo.
So yung the way we help increase yung awareness is yung humble efforts namin dun sa SOCMED namin.
Right.
And then even at the client level, we also explain. And the way nga yung namin, a typical meeting flows is that we do our best to understand first kung ano yung kailangan nila. And then from there on, pag na-understand na namin yung kanilang requirements, i-validate namin na ano yung magbibigay ng most value sa kanila.
Right.
So, once we go sa direction na yun, the rest becomes like a process of iteration na lang to
Right.
best match kung ano yung kailangan ng client.
So, anong mga components nung court that you actually supply and improve?
So, what we do is we have a comprehensive line of products from yung sports surfaces or yung mga sports flooring. So, meron tayong wooden. Yung sa wood pa lang, marami ng variation dyan. Meron din tayong synthetic. So, yun itself, meron mga parang groups. And meron din tayong mga backstops, yung mga basketball goals. And seating solutions. So, meron din po tayo niyan. And even yung mga integrated na, halimbawa, yung scoreboard systems and other ancillary systems kagaya halimbawa yung divider curtains. Hindi pa popular sa atin yung mga divider curtains, mga ganun. So, basically, a comprehensive line of specialized products for sports infrastructure.
Yeah, there was a time, I think, I had been given the opportunity na pinakita mo sa akin yung retractable niyang ganda, the qualities.
Thank you.
Definitely, up to scale, di ba? Yung siya, premium type na. Pero ito, just out of curiosity, what would be your ideal client?
Okay. An ideal client namin is someone who looks out for the end user. So, yung may vision siya na parang gusto niyang gawin ng maganda para dun sa end user. For example, a school. Parang I want my students to have the best physical development. So, ako as owner ng school, bibigay ko sa kanila yung tamang sports environment. So, yun yung client na gusto talaga namin. And thankfully, I think sa approach namin, medyo nafi-filter out namin yung mga yung gusto maka-project lang,
Right.
bahala na. So, yun, yung mga ganun, medyo hindi namin nakuha yung mga ganun. Pero yung mas gusto nila pagandahin, ayan, yun yung mas swak sa amin.
Other than schools and barangay courts, ano pa ba iba? Like,
yung mga corporate facilities.
yeah. Oo nga
Tapos
pala,
yung mga rin po, yung mga residences.
Right.
And then yung mga, of course, yung sa LGU, yung from their barangay court to
Yeah.
yung medyo mas malalaki din na
Oo,
yung mga
sports
regional
complex na
mga
talaga.
complex,
Oo,
yeah.
oo. So speaking of mga commercial projects, no, and I've been seeing may mga ibang trends of sports coming up now. Eh. Do you also cater to those kinds of sports?
Yes po, definitely. Kasi we partner with what we call our partner brands. So these are international brands and usually what we pick are yung kilala na talaga, yung world renowned. So and syempre, being a global brand, yung mga partner brands natin, they're really up to date with the standards and even nga yung mga for example, pickleball,
Yes,
may
oo.
mga kumbaga iba't ibang standards, wala pang main governing body.
Yeah,
Parang may
oo.
several organizations that are vying for that spot. Pero may partner brands tayo that are uh, catering their systems towards a specific set of standards. So yes. Oh,
Oh, that's
so
great to know. Kasi
yeah.
maraming ngayon are converting their spaces into mga sports-centered na core activity, yun, parang anchor nila. Pero for our education as architects, or possibly mga future clients mo, how will they know if they can fit in a basketball court, including yung mga seats mo, and if pwede ba sila pasukan yung yung pickleball or badminton court? Ano mga essential requirement
Oh.
before they can even say, yes, gawin natin
Yeah.
to?
So, yeah, that's a great question, architect. Yung minsan kasi, again, ito, parang misconception. Para kasing madaling imagine na, I'm just gonna buy a basketball backstop or the flooring after magawa ko to. Pero, hindi kasi siya like any off-the-shelf item. It has to be planned with the architecture. Kasi may mga projects po kami, architect, na because we were able to get in touch with them sa later phase or akala nila yun yung time namin, hindi po napaghandaan yung mga clearances.
Yeah, oo.
And ang usual na nangyayari pong medyo problem dito sa atin is siguro ginugol nila yung dimensions ng court.
Yeah.
For example, basketball 28 by 15 meters. Nakalimutan po nila yung outbounds, tapos nakalimutan po nila yung mga ibang clearances na
Yun
kailangan.
oo.
So, ang nangyari po dyan, sayang kasi parang nandun na sila, may fans na,
Yeah.
game na, ginagawa
Yeah,
nila sabay only to
oo.
find out na, sayang,
Yeah.
parang hindi, kulang pala tayo ng space sa seating or dapat pala, ito yung ginawa natin.
Oo.
Kasi ang daming ways, architect, na we can save money and at the same time increase performance kapag from the start pa lang, like nasa design phase pa lang,
Oo.
nag-uusap na para ma-plan ng as best as possible yung mga requirements ng
Oo. Yun
project.
yung difference if they approach an expert like you or consultant prior to implementing, di ba? So yung mga hindi nila nakita, you can always advise and consult and they can consider and adjust. Tama ba?
Yes, tama po, architect. And yun po, hindi po namin kukunin lahat ng credit sa pagka-expert kasi yung sa amin po talaga, the way we see it is it's a collaboration.
Right, yeah.
And what we do is we collaborate closely with our partner brands. Dun sa minsan nga sabi nila, ba't ang kulit-kulit niya? Yun. Pero always naman, very supportive sila dun. Kasi ang result po ng architect is we get yung best practices from abroad.
Right.
And then we combined with yung localized expertise
Right.
dito.
Oo.
Tapos to bring yung value dun sa client. So
Yeah.
that's how we do it eh. So collaboration talaga.
Since andito ka na rin lang, Ian, I would like to take the opportunity siguro to mediate between some of our clients na have this idea that pwede daw going multi-purpose ang basketball court. I mean, at times it could be a court, at times it could be an event center. But then some are concerned na baka, the flooring and ganon. What's your take on that? How do you resolve for mga ganyang situations?
So, dito papasok yung architect, yung Venn diagram, di ba? So, pag yung Venn diagram, dun tayo sa intersection eh.
Yeah, oo.
Ideally kasi, so, ma-meet natin lahat ng requirements, 'di ba? For basketball and for example for whatever multipurpose function na gusto ng client or ng project. But the thing is, yung reality, parang naghahatakan sila eh. Like yung basketball, may standard siya na parang specific for basketball. Meron naman, halimbawa badminton, ito yung standard niya. Halimbawa yung ibang sport, ito yung standard niya. So you get to this parang zone na parang fuzzy zone siya.
Yeah.
And medyo may compromise doon.
Mm.
So, I think the way to do talaga is to determine ano talaga yung pinaka-importante for the project para we can kind of like put yung more weight to that part. Tapos halimbawa, kung sinabing equal na ganun, may ways naman that halimbawa, gusto namin wooden flooring pero gusto namin pang concert. Pwede po yan.
Wow.
Kaso,
Pwede? Okay.
yeah, pwede yan. Kaso, ang gagawin mo dyan, ang mangyari dyan, ang sasalo niyan is yung cost. Kasi yung systems mas magiging sophisticated. Kasi for example, wood is parang medyo higher maintenance po siya.
Right. Oo.
So from yung sa humidity,
Yeah.
it's very sensitive sa humidity. Tapos halimbawa, yung mga gas-gas. In fact nga ho, yung tamang gamit po, bawal po yung leather shoes. Hindi dahil sa leather siya. Dahil yung sole, yung black na sole, ang mangyari po doon, tatatak yung black sole,
gagasgas.
magmamarka.
Oo.
So yun yung reason but hindi siya maganda gamitin.
Yeah.
So yung sasalo nung solution niyan is maglalagay tayo ng more specialized na systems or solutions. So for example, for concert tapos gusto niyang gawin na wooden.
Yeah.
So yung floor cover natin hindi pwede yung basta-basta lang. So mas makapal, mas matibay, mas rigid.
Yeah.
So yun, may solution naman po pero yun lang ako parang we have to strike yung balance between yung sa budget and yung dun sa capability.
Okay.
Kasi for example, pwede rin gawin na yung sa multisport, yung iba na parang, okay, may wooden ako, tapos papatungan ko ng yung pinapatong na lang na sports na flooring.
Yeah.
Pwede din po yun, pero yung isang angle naman dun is yung upkeep. Kasi sa malayo mukhang magaang, pero sa actual kawawa yung mga tao kasi sobrang mga heavy duty yung mga items na yun.
Then where do you store it, di ba?
Yeah, tapos may storage pa rin ho. Tapos syempre itatrack mo po yun. Tapos may management pa ho niya na kailangan, ito munang part na to before this one.
Right.
Yeah. So, it's actually a responsibility.
Yeah.
So, kailangan, factored in yun.
Well, speaking of responsibility, and you did mention maintenance. The Fiber Kinetics also offer mga warranties and repair, and how does it go?
Yeah. So, yung sa pagdating sa warranties, so before we start the project, nililinaw po natin siya. And we base our warranty syempre dun sa partner brand natin, which thankfully is based on sa global standard.
Right.
So, yung sa atin, as much as we want to serve na sana nga kung kaya lang po namin kami yung maggagawa pero hindi ko kasi practical na kami yung gagawa. So talaga babalik tayo dun sa collaboration, which is we'll provide yung guidance, tapos yung facility owner, sila po yung sa daily upkeep. Kasi ang architect na encounter po namin dito is maraming times na siguro yung turnover ng mga tao tapos hindi na kumbaga hindi na off-board.
Yeah.
Tapos hindi na alam kung sino yung tatawagan.
Yeah.
Tapos ang mangyayari doon, magulat kami, magra-random inspection kami.
Yeah.
Parang sabihin namin, sir, yung wala na yung tornilyo. Wala kailangan po nating ayusin yan. So yung mga ganun, no. Actually, yun nga yung isa sa mga namin gusto ho sana namin na somehow mag-improve sana po yung maintenance culture natin.
Yeah.
Kasi parang napapansin namin, yung most ng facilities, maganda po siya sa simula. Tapos kasi yung budget nandun sa procurement.
Yeah.
Pero dun sa upkeep, wala na.
Oo.
Minsan, yung upkeep sa kanila is yung gastos lang nung maintenance na
Yeah.
team.
Oo.
Pero yung actual facility na
Yeah.
budget nila for the facility,
Yeah.
parang yun yung medyo hindi yata na focusan.
Oo. I
So,
think that's a very cultural thing eh. I mean, in most of the projects, whether it's basketball court or building or offices, laging ang budgetary lang is on the implementation, no? And then we let it degrade through
yeah.
time. Oh. So
Yeah.
it's a good thing that you mentioned yung setting aside for upkeep and maintenance and repair, no?
Yeah. And also, going back din architect sa responsibility, i-share ko rin po nasana din po yung mga end users.
Yeah.
Kasi po, actually may nakakalungkot na story. So, meron kaming project. Maganda yung system na kinuha nila. Tapos, pagkita po namin after 1 week, puro mga dura-dura, tapos chewing gum. Tapos parang hindi naman dahil sa pinaghirapan namin yun or ano, pero parang sa amin, sayang.
Oo.
Kumbaga,
Oo.
parang alagaan natin to kasi it serves everyone eh. And
Yeah.
buti na nga merong ganito.
Yeah.
Tapos, bakit napabayaan?
Yeah.
So, I think yun nga, across the board, hopefully, pag na-raise yung awareness,
Yeah.
baka one day in the future,
Yeah.
yung appreciation sa mga ganitong bagay,
Oo.
mas aalagaan nila.
Oh, kasi ano eh, it's also sport is something that keeps the youth and the community healthy and active into something more positive, di ba? Na endeavor, So that's a really good thing that sana pag-maintain kasi yung area. Syempre, you are parang naengganyo ka to use it, tama?
Yeah.
Would you say na meron tayong malaking backlog in developing mga courts and sports facilities here, and is there a market for it?
Yeah, in my humble opinion, architect, sana mas I think yung problem hindi sa pera eh. Kasi pag check mo lang sa PhilJeps, makita mo may budget naman eh.
Yeah.
I think yung approach and yung perception sa mga ganung projects.
Yeah.
Kasi pag sinabi mong barangay court, ang instant ma-imagine parang concrete
Yeah,
slab,
oo.
tas parang kung
Mating na
pinaka
fence. Oo.
kung ano yung pinaka mura ganun.
Yeah.
Pero sayang eh kasi pag titingnan mo I think yun nga yung misconception or yung hindi siya or misunderstood siya kasi pag titingnan niyo may 'di ba may ROI, meron namang social ROI, social
Yeah.
return on investment.
Right.
So for every peso spent, X amount of pesos is generated in terms of value. So for example, dito sa ating barangay court, so yung mga bata na keep away mo from masamang bisyo, yung intervention na yan, nakatipid na yung community.
Oo.
Yung health benefits to the community.
Right.
That's savings. That's a lot of pesos na value na na-enjoy ng community pag maganda yung court. Kasi when you have people visiting there, coming back, tas inspired sila na maglaro, parang it's the gift that keeps on giving eh.
Yeah, oo.
Kaya nga, titingnan talaga, it really makes sense na to do it right.
Yeah.
Pero right now, I think meron kasing kailangan na yung magkaroon ng paradigm shift
Yeah.
dun sa how we look at yung courts. Kasi
Right.
hindi lang po siya palaruan. So, ito yung isa sa pinaka emotionally kumbaga connected na infrastructure eh.
Yeah.
Dito tayo nagse-celebrate.
Yeah.
Dito tayo nagtatawanan.
Yeah.
Dito tayo, halimbawa, pag mayroong mga sakuna,
Yeah.
dito tayo nagdadamayan.
Oo.
So, talagang the stakes are high and sana mas mabigyan siya ng more pansin.
Yeah, I love that really kasi it's very personal. It binds people, 'di ba? Yung mga kalaro mo, nagiging kakumpare mo pa nga in the future. So it's a very, very intimate na and thank you na your advocacy is really building the community and you're supplying all those products and technologies to bring together the community. I
Yeah.
really love that. So from here, ano ang future for Fiber Kinetics?
So, we hope na sana po mas dumami po yung sumuporta sa ganun. I mean, hindi lang po sa amin na of course it's going to be good for business, pero yung yung cumulative gains natin as a country, lalo na imagine mo partida, yung facilities natin hindi pa ganun kaganda pero grabe na tayo sa sports, 'di ba?
Yeah.
So, how much more pa kaya? Kasi, pag titingnan natin yung sports, it's all about repetition and consistency. And, ika nga, yung lumalabas sa championship, yun yung mga pinaktis mo ng ilang, siguro thousands of hours
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And yun yung lumalabas.
Yeah.
Kung nag-practice ka sa isang court na hindi standard, pagpunta mo sa totoong court, iba yung performance mo.
Right.
So, and it's not just about yung sports, although sports is very powerful, sobrang daming benefits niya. Pero kung titingnan natin as a community, 'di ba, as for example nga, say for example a mayor or a school, it represents yung values ng leader na yun eh.
Right.
Kasi it shows na I care, that's why I'm doing it right. And it may not be easy, daming detalyeng kailangan gawin, yung budget kailangan pag-ipunan, pero I know it's worth it kasi parang I know who this is for and why we're doing this.
Right. If you were given the chance to recommend a location anywhere in the Philippines na we could do a township or a small urban development, ang anchor ni is sport and the middle of it is a really good international standard na court, where would you think we should locate this township?
Okay. So, architect, may two versions ako dun.
Yeah.
And I think yung latter, yun yung tama.
Okay.
So, yung first version na answer ko dyan would be, ako ang may imagine ko personally based on sa experience namin, it would be either dun sa heart nung isang vibrant space. Like, for example, like BGC or Arca South or yung highly urbanized area na I think medyo obvious yun kasi medyo mas na-set up na yung access, pati yung mga ibang ancillary nandun eh. Tapos may isa naman na version na, pero ito ideal to, yung a place that could represent Filipino basketball. Tapos yung architecture nandun, tapos may mga, kumbaga parang nakaplan siya with tourism. Pero, so yun yung first version na sagot ko.
Okay.
Yung second version, actually, architect, ang gagawin namin, kung halimbawa may ganung tiwala na binigay sa amin,
Yes.
ang gagawin ho namin yan, ito, walang sip-sip to architect. Tatanong ko sa expert na kagaya mo.
Nako,
Kasi,
ayan ba yan?
kasi yung sa urban planning, I think it's beyond our scope. Pero yung sa amin, dun kami sa court na, kumbaga, yun, we're more confident dun sa court na and we would rely on your expertise for
Daya nito.
for mga pag-city level na po eh. Ibang level na po yan.
What I'm truly thankful about Fiber Kinetics is yung focus niya on community. Kasi here at Philbig, what we're trying to do is we're also building a community. Yung mga various industry players of the building industry, from designers, vendors, experts such as yourself, developers and contractors, to come together and see how we could uplift the industry. We feel na it's very fragmented right now, so this is our platform to put it together. I really love that we are on the same path of creating a community, and I'm very thankful that you've given us time and your expert insights on the sports facility, and also connect to some of our members here in Feel Big.
Yeah. Actually, architect, I think the pleasure is all mine. I mean, yung sa Fulgar Architects, pag ginugol niyo yan, nasa top 50 po yan. And to be invited here sa podcast ng Fulgar Architects is a real privilege. So thank you, architect.
Thank you so
I mean,
much. Thank you,
anytime.
Ian.
na, ano.
Huwag ka sana magsawa.
Oo
We'll have more
naman.
updates.
Oo naman, architect. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on The Phil Big Show. Phil Big is growing as a space for sharper conversations, better connections, and real opportunities across the building industry. If this conversation gave you a fresh view on the business of building places, subscribe and share it with someone in the industry. To join the community and be part of the next wave of conversations, visit philbig.com. See you in the next one.